Okay, so I just finished getting my weaponsmith up to master level, and his final item is going to be a sword, which discounted to oh, this has gone up to 2 emeralds. That happens. I've seen that before. Still nowhere near the 28 that it was, but 25 emeralds is now 1 emerald for an enchanted diamond sword. In this case, Unbreaking 2, Sweeping Edge 2, and Bane of Arthropods 2. Similar to the axe, you could buy multiples of these, combine them on an anvil, and get a pretty good anti-spider sword. You could also just use this sword Sweep and Edge and add it to another sword with Sweep and Edge. For instance, the one I've got, now it's already maxed out at Sweep and Edge 3, but if you combine a sword that's incompatible, like one with sharpness as the lead on an anvil, and add this as the secondary, the Bane of Arthropods is not compatible, but it would give you the Unbreaking and Sweep and Edge buffs if you wanted to up the levels on a new sword based on sharpness or maybe smite. Interesting feature. But yeah, so that is my first weaponsmith master. And as I get more of them, usually what's happened in the past games I've played, when I get multiples, rarely, very rarely, do I get one that has the same item as its final offer. So you get a pretty good assortment of stuff, and you can always dump lava on one that's messing you up because it's a duplicate or something, and that would free up that trade table for a new zombie villager to be created at the drop zone. And with luck he would get something different. I've had to do that for librarians. So often the librarians are useless because they don't get the spells they want, or they got duplicates or something such as that. So I'll drop lava on them, eliminate them, and that'll free up that work table for a new one. Something I should add too, when I say drop lava on them, the reason I say that is because you'll lose all the discounts if you strike one of these villagers. You do not kill them by hand, and for some reason the game considers dropping lava on them to be a natural death, as though the villager accidentally walked into lava. If they generate an iron gnome, I try to make the rooms that they can't generate iron gnomes in them, but if there was an iron gnome in the room, you definitely don't want to strike a villager either, or strike the iron gnome, because in hardcore mode you will be dead so fast I wouldn't even have time to get to the damn door and get out of there. So it's just one way to eliminate villagers without getting the wrath of all the other villagers starting to hate you and losing discounts and having trouble dealing with them, is I use a lava drop, and that way I can eliminate them. It'll do a little bit of damage. You got to be pretty quick. There's a technique that I've learned to do it, dropping it from the roof and then taking it back into the bucket right away. If you let it go too long, it'll destroy some stuff, but that's all repairable. Touching a villager with your sword or hitting them is not repairable, especially if others are there to witness it. You'll completely bypass the whole discount opportunities and everything that I'm trying to set up here if you actually strike a villager or an iron gnome.